Hey guys, welcome to this video. We're going to solve logarithmic equations. This is andymath.com. I'll type in logarithmic equations, and we're going to do this page right here. And this is logarithmic equations page. There's 15 sample problems with answers, and you can try them out, but we're going to do a couple right now. Number one is log base 3 of x equals 2. So first thing we're going to do, I don't know if you know this property, but you can rewrite this in exponential form by going 3 squared equals x. So the notes for that are log base b of a equals c. Means the same thing as b to the c equals a. These are the notes for what we're going to be using to solve all these. So 3 squared is 9. And so our final answer is 9 equals x. So that one was pretty quick. We can check it. So for number 2, it says log base 2 of 4x equals 3. So same idea. We're going to go 2 cubed equals 4x. And 2 cubed is 8 equals 4x. Then we divide both sides by 4. And we get x equals 2. So that should be the answer to number 2. And there it is. So number 3 is very similar. Number 4 is interesting. So there's logs on both sides for number 4. So number 4 says log base 2 of 5x equals log base 2 of 2x plus 12. Having a log on both sides looks tricky, but it's actually easier. The only way these two sides are going to be equal is if the stuff inside is equal. So you can just rewrite this as 5x equals 2x plus 12. It's no longer a logarithmic problem. So it's kind of nice when you have log on both sides. Now we just solve for x. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides, get 3x equals 12, divide both sides by 3, x equals 4 should be the answer. We can check it. And yep, x equals 4 is the answer. So number 5 says log base 5 of x plus 1 plus log base 5 of 4 equals log base 5 of 24. So this does have logs on both sides, but we can't just forget the log right now. We need to combine them into a single log. So I don't know if you remember this, but if we go back to Andy Math and just look up logarithms, there's some notes. If you are adding 2 logarithms, that's the same thing as multiplying what's inside of them. So if you look at this logarithm rule number 1, we're going to apply that right now. So basically it says adding 2 logs, you just take whatever's inside of them, make it a single log, but have those multiply. I'll show you. So we're going to rewrite this as a single log, log base 5, but we're going to have these two things multiplied on the inside. 4 times x plus 1. And then we're just going to copy the right-hand side, log base 5 of 24. So what we did essentially was condensing the log. Now we have what we want. We want a single log on both sides so we can just do the stuff inside. And I'll divide by 4, get x plus 1 equals 6, minus 1, minus 1. And we get x equals 5. And that should be the answer to this one. Yep, x equals 5. So that's how these work. You want to condense them into a single logarithm. We'll do another one of those, but with some minuses. We'll do number 7. So for number 7, it looks like a long one. Log base 3 of 4 minus log base 3 of x equals log base 3 of 2x minus 2 minus log base 3 of 3x plus 4. Sorry, I'm running out of space. You can read it up here. So now when you subtract, maybe we'll go back to those logarithm notes. When you subtract, you're going to divide the stuff that's inside. So log base b of m minus log base b of n is a single log with m over n. So we're going to do that to this one. So I'm going to write it as a single log, log base 3. But I'm going to have the 4 on top. But since the minus is for this one, the x is going to go on bottom. Equals, and I'll write this as a single log. The 2x minus 2 is positive, so it's going to go on top. The reason I say positive is because right here there's no minus. 2x minus 2 over, and then 3x plus 4 will go on bottom. And now we've condensed both of them into single logarithms. Now we can get rid of the logs, because same idea. The only way both sides are going to be equal is if the stuff inside is equal. So we can say 4 over x equals 2x minus 2 over 3x plus 4. Then we're going to cross multiply. So 4 3x plus 4 equals x 2x minus 2. So next I'll distribute. We have 12x plus 16 equals 2x squared minus 2x. I'll move everything to one side and set it equal to 0. So minus 12x minus 16 minus 12x minus 16. We get 0 equals 2x squared minus 14x minus 16. Then we can divide both sides by 2. So that gives us x squared minus 7x minus 8. And we need two numbers that multiply to negative 8 and add to negative 7. And that's going to be negative 8 and positive 1. So this turns into x minus 8, x plus 1, and we're still equal to 0. So this yields x equals 8 or negative 1. And now we need to check. We need to plug them in. If we plug 8 in to each of these, we still have a positive number. So it's probably going to work. If we really want to, we could plug it in and see if it actually works. But as long as we get a positive number inside the log, we're going to be fine. But if we plug a negative 1 in, that's fine for this one. But it doesn't work for this one or this one. We can't plug a negative 1 into a logarithm. If you try it on your calculator, take the log of a negative number, it's going to say undefined or not possible or no answer. So we can't have negative 1 as an answer. So we're going to cross it out. And we're going to say x equals 8 is our answer. Now, just because 1 was negative doesn't mean that it wouldn't work. Because notice how it was fine for this one. If we were to plug a negative into this, we would get still a positive number inside the parentheses. So it's not just because it's negative. It's when we plug it in, we get a negative number going into the log. So if that makes sense, x equals 8 should be the answer for number 7. And it is. And so we're good. Let's do one more. Let's do number 10. So number 10 is just like the ones that we started with. It's going to be a log on one side with just a number on the other. So this should be a nice, easy one to finish with. So we're just going to do that thing again. 6 squared equals 8x minus 4. 6 squared is 36. Add 4 to both sides because we're just trying to solve for x. We get 40 equals 8x. Divide by 8. And we get x equals 5. And we can check the answer. And yep, x equals 5. So anyway, that's how I do these. If you want to practice more, there's more problems here you can practice and they all have answers. So you can try them out. Or if you want to try out anything on andymath.com, you can search for it in the search bar. Or you can just look for it. There's hundreds and hundreds of topics with practice problems and answers. Feel free to comment below on what you'd like to see next. I take requests. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.